Hola, estudiantes! Bad news. This is the last video of the year.
Ay, Dios mío, qué triste.
No lo creo, no lo creo.
Ay, qué horrible.
Está bien, está bien.
Okay.
Negative 2 commands. Now you can tell your friends what not to do. Up to this point, you can only tell them what
That's
to do.
good. You could be a positive influence in their lives.
Yes.
Okay, kids, let's take a peek here. Negative 2 commands. This whole summary is in your textbook. It's in chapter 7A, and we're just going to go through it piece by piece.
Here we go. So negative 2 commands are what to tell somebody not to do. Use a negative command. You're going to form these by dropping the O after the present tense yo form, and it sounds a little confusing, but we have that sheet for you. So if you get off that sheet, the next page explains a little better.
All right, kids, so here is what you are going to do. So the first thing you do, like we said, go to the yo form in the present tense, okay? So that's what you're going to do. Next, you're going to take off the O, okay? Just cross it out. Then you're going to put what we call the opposite verb ending, okay? So that means for AR verbs like hablar, you would put ES on the end. It would be no hables. And then for ER and IR verbs like comer, you take off the O and you put AS. So no comas.
See, that's easy.
It is easy.
It's easy.
Really easy.
The great news is there's only 5 irregulars.
Not bad. You just have to memorize them.
And there's a song on the back of your paper, and we're going to go through that in a minute. But for now, the irregulars are no vayas, comes from the verb ir, no des, from the word dar, no seas, from the verb ser, no estés, from the verb estar, and no sepas. Don't you know? Okay.
You're so Minnesota.
Oh, yeah. If you notice at the bottom, we put a little note saying use the car-gars r's to keep the right sound because these are the opposite ending, so that they had, just like the yo form and the preterite, they had the opposite ending and it changes sound. And we're going to go over a few examples in a minute, and reflexive pronouns are never attached. We will also talk about that.
Ooh, that's a lot. Okay,
Yes.
kids, we're going to sing.
Oh, we
Well,
are.
Miss Duplichan's going to sing for you.
Yeah, it's my missed career. So here we have the Oompa Loompa song. Those of you who don't know it, sorry, because it's a great song. So
Great movie.
it is a great movie.
Yeah.
I love that movie, Charlie and the... No, it's now the new one.
Is it
Willy
Charlie
Wonka and the
Willy
Chocolate
Wonka?
Factory. So here we go. Ir is vaya, star is dace, ser is sayas, estars estes. But there's one more irregular command. Saber is sepas, don't you understand?
Woo!
I memorized that one because that's a good
That
fun
was
song.
awesome. Nice job.
Oh, gracias, gracias. So you just noticed that those are the irregular forms of those 5 verbs, and it gives you the verbs. Great song. You should
Yes.
memorize it.
Definitely. Okay, kids, so here we're going to just look at some examples of your negative 2 commands. So there's irse, which is to go away. So don't go away, no te vayas. That's a good one for like a soap opera, like
Yeah.
Atrévete a soñar. No te vayas, Mateo.
That is a perfect one.
Yes.
Don't leave. Jugar becomes no juegues. No juegues con tu lápiz en la clase. Don't play with your pencil.
I would say no juegues con el móvil. Don't play with your cell phone.
Ah,
Ay, Dios mío.
buen consejo, buen consejo.
Okay, next. No te pongas. Don't put on that ugly sweater. No te pongas esa suéter feo.
Oh, yeah.
I say that to my husband sometimes before we go out to a party. It's embarrassing.
That's funny. Unless it's ugly sweater day. Okay. No leas tus textos en clase.
Oh,
Don't
sí.
read your texts in class.
That's hard. No vayas. No vayas a Chipotle sin la profesora.
Sí.
Don't go to Chipotle without me.
We both eat Chipotle.
Yes, we do.
No bailes. I've always said that this is something you should not command anyone to do. If they want to dance, let them dance. Unless you say, no bailes sin invitarme a mí. Don't dance without inviting me to come with you.
No bailes la Macarena. It's so like 1984.
It is.
Okay.
No comas.
Mi burrito.
Mi burrito de Chipotle.
Don't eat my burrito. No vivas en un árbol. Don't live in a tree, okay?
Wondering where you'd go with that.
It's going to snow tomorrow, kids. Don't live in a tree.
No empieces, por favor. Don't start with me. So those are a few examples. And if you notice, that one changed to a C because it's a car-gar-zar. Along with jugar, they both had to change to add the GU, or the Z to a C. So here are a few examples of how they did this. We're going to go through them quickly, but if you notice, in the yo form, encender was a stem changer, so it became enciendo. Take off the O, add the AS, no enciendas el horno. Don't turn on the oven.
Okay, añadir, to add. So you go to the yo form of añadir in the present tense, añado, you take off the O, you add the opposite ending, because it's an IR verb, so you get no añadas demasiada sal. Do not add so much salt.
And the last example here is the reason we tell you have to go to the yo form. People try and shortcut it. You can't. You have to go to pongo. No pongas los camarones en la sartén todavía. Don't put the shrimp in the frying pan yet.
Oh no, we need to get that garlic just right. El ajo, niños.
See, so all of those go verbs are going to have that go in the negative, and that's not considered irregular because they follow the rule.
I love Spanish grammar.
I do too. God, we should have a grammar table for anybody who likes it as much as us. We can just talk grammar.
Okay, kids, so now it gets a little tricky. We're going to see some of those spell changes that we saw in the preterite tense, okay? You guys remember C turns to QU in front of E, G turns to GU in front of E, and Z turns to C in front of E, okay? So let's take a look. No piques los tomates. No pagues demasiado. No empieces a cocinar ahora. Okay,
Yeah.
There are your spell changes. It's just like the preterite.
Sound never changes, it just changes your spelling. Now, the last little tiny thing we have to mention is that in the affirmative, we've talked briefly about the fact that if you have a pronoun, and that includes the mete se or the las here, you're going to attach it to the end for affirmative commands. So, pico las cebollas, should I chop the onions? Sí, pícalas, chop them. But that changes here.
Okay, kids, so with the negative two commands, we have to put those reflexive pronouns and those direct object pronouns in front of the command. We cannot attach them onto the end. Pico los tomates también? Should I chop the tomatoes also? No, no los piques. No, don't chop them. That's my job.
Yeah, I love
I'm
chopping
so
the
good
tomatoes.
at that.
Chop the tomatoes. I like to leave you with a few fun examples. What is that? Is it a spider?
Una araña.
Una araña. Uy. Mírame a los ojos. Por favor, no me comas. Look into my eyes. Notice that's an affirmative command. They attached it to the end. And then at the end, they said, no me comas. Don't eat me.
Please.
Please. At least he
That
said
could be
please.
tasty in a taco.
Delicioso.
Taco de araña.
And the last one.
No hables. Si lo que vas a decir no es más bonito que el silencio, do not speak if what you're going to say is more beautiful than
Is not more beautiful.
Oh, is not more beautiful than silence. That sounds totally weird in English.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Don't listen to anything I say in English.
We're graded on our
No me
Spanish.
escuches en inglés.
Oh, wow. Muy bien.
I'm good at
Okay.
Spanish.
No te olvides de estudiar.
Oh, sí.
Lots of negative commands. Adios.
Adios, amigos.